Morning. How you doing? I hope you've got some sun where you are. I am looking at some lovely trees this morning. The sky is blue, and even though the hay fever is rife, I am really enjoying this. So today I want to talk about switching it up. And this has been something that I have really done this year. And I felt like I was ready. And I turned 40 in November, and that was a perfect opportunity to switch things up. And I've been looking really intensely at all areas of my life. I've also been looking outside of myself as well, and caring for other people and being in the world too. I haven't just been, project me the whole time, but that goes without saying. So I am a big believer in switching things up. And there are definitely times where you can make decisions really quickly and you can do it effortlessly and you just make a decision and you move on and that's it. Other areas take a bit more time. And one of the ways that I kept struggling with it essentially was this phrase that comes up all the time of you've got to go all in. You've got to go all in. You've got to be committed. And if you don't go all in, you're not serious. And I know that this shows up in so many ways, whether that's about niching, like people say you've got to just do one thing or offer one thing. And I was really struggling. It was almost like, when there's a point in a parallel park where you've turned the wheel and you cannot move any further that way. You're going to have to move the other way. You're going to have to do something different. You're going to have to go into first to go forward and then kind of make a different decision from there. And that's how I felt. I also recognized that in my life, there are very few things that I go all in on. And I would say I go all in as in like having one partner and 2 children. But other than that, I am lots of different things and I don't just have one best friend. I don't have one place of work. I don't have one place that I always go on holiday. I don't have the same lunch every day. I am not that person. And so I had to catch myself and I was like, why am I trying to do things in a way that I know and I have 40 years of experience to tell me so, that don't suit my personality? And this was a real indication for me that I needed to turn down the noise of the internet, of the world, of experts, of YouTube, because I am somebody who likes to get inspired from lots of different things. But that can sometimes work in my to my detriment because I can hear too many voices in my head. I can have too many influences. And I know that when I'm at my best, and maybe this is you as well, that I have to stop and turn things off and get quiet and listen. And one of the phrases that came up was that even though a lot of my work essentially is in the online world, that I'm doing speaking events online, I'm doing podcasts online, I work with lots of coaching clients online, I sell courses. I really kept coming back to this idea that I want to be who I am in the real world, if we were sitting on my sofa right now, online. And I wanted to combine those much more. And I also wanted to feel more creative. When those personality tests came up, even when it was back in the day of doing cosmopolitan quizzes, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to marry Brad Pitt. Wow, can't believe it. Joking, of course. But creative was always one of those words that come up. And I like to have that flexibility, that wiggle room, and not feel like I'm stuck or restricted like that. I mean, even like I was taking my dad around London on Saturday, and because we still hold on to the buggy because we were going out for a long day, we have to go and find the lifts, because I could take it on the escalator, but it's much easier in the lift. And some of those lifts on the undergrounds are really, really old, and people have definitely weed in them, and it can make you feel a bit claustrophobic. Like, I don't like feeling that feeling in my life, in my work. So I asked myself what I wanted to talk about, how I wanted to show up. And yes, it goes without saying, I am a business owner. I'm here to sell services, packages, be booked, be hired, etc. But also, I'm here to have a chat. I'm here to have a conversation. And as part of my newly vamped newsletter, I wanted to share some other things as well. I've got that flexibility. I love writing. I love creating content. And so why not share some other things? And again, that voice kept coming back again and again, like, oh, you have to niche down, or will you confuse people? And actually, we are all intelligent people who understand what we need to do, and we can all think more than one thing at the same time. So as part of my newsletter, I've been doing it for the last couple of weeks, where I've been sharing places that I've been, things that I've had to eat, restaurants, theatre shows, what else have I done? Clothes, beauty products, just like random bits and bobs, like one a day. I'm sending out this newsletter every weekday, and I really, really love doing it. I really, really love talking about it and sharing things. And so my invitation for you today is to turn off notifications, first and foremost. You may even need to turn this off because you'd be like, right, this is interfering with my thought process. Do it. Secondly, allow yourself that time and space to get quiet, to not fall into the trap of having to be busy and do all of the things. You can have that time. You have the flexibility of that time. Even if you only have an hour to work on your business today, if you can spend the first 5-10 minutes thinking about what you want and what makes you happy, that other 50 minutes, 55 minutes of that hour you have available is going to be so much easier and much more straightforward. Why? Because you're almost clearing that space for what's next, rather than coming at it and going, right, okay, I'm going to have to. It's almost that sense, like I have it with my kids sometimes, where we use our kitchen table they do art stuff on it, they do homework on it, they play games on it. And whenever we go and like I go to serve dinner, like we clear the stuff away and try and start fresh again. And I would highly recommend that you try that in terms of your business, of getting quiet and stopping and clearing that space. The third thing, who are you in the world? I know on the internet people want to have this sort of snazzy 3 paragraphs, like this is what I'm all about. And it creates quite a formal version of you. How could you do this in a different way, whereby it just feels really good to have a conversation? And what other things can you bring to the table? I had my auntie and uncle over for dinner last night, and they were talking about business, and we were talking about COVID and all these sorts of things. And I said to them and to myself, it was a really good reminder that I like and I require a mixed model business, because my values of being self-sufficient, of being financially abundant, of doing the things that I want to do, require me to think in a sort of sensible way. Also, I've realized that the different sides of my personal brand all complement each other. And so it means that the process is not always linear, that there are surprises, that there are links, that sometimes things cross over. And I love that. It feels really great. The fourth thing is what action do you need to take? So, sorry, there's all sorts of police cars going on. What action do you need to take? So now you know this, or maybe you've uncovered something. What are you going to do with it? When are you going to make a plan? Do you need to carve out some time to do this? And if you do, let me know. I am open for free 15-minute sessions. If you want to chat with me, if you want to find out about coaching, how I can help you to develop your ideas, maybe you want to mix up the way that you earn money or that you show up online, anything that falls under the umbrella of personal branding, I would love to help. So you can find out more about that over on nikkiraby.com/sessions, or just email me, DM me, hello@nikkiraby.com. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a brilliant day. If you want to subscribe to the Daily Boost, where you can actually see in real life what I've been talking to, I would love to have you. It's really simple to receive it. Just go to nikkiraby.com/daily boost, or if you go to that link, you can just read them all on my website as well. They're all uploaded there daily too. All right, thank you so much for being with me today, and I hope you have a brilliant one. Lots of love. Bye.